Harrison, NJ, May 5, Jesus Medina. On goal during the New York Derby Major League Soccer match between New York City FC and New York Red Bulls at Red Bull Arena on May 5, 2018 in Harrison, NJ. New York Red Bulls won the match with a score of 4-0. Photo by Ira L. Black, Corbis via Getty Images. Already in his third campaign in charge of New York City FC, head coach Patri Vieira has rarely received criticism, and has even been rumored to make a step up in the world of soccer. The Frenchman turned his roster around from the struggling team formed by Jason Kreis to one of the strongest sides in Major League Soccer. Despite his success in bringing the club to their first and second playoffs, there is one thing he hasn't quite gotten: the hand of big games. Whether it be against the Red Bulls, or games where there's a lot on the line, New York City FC have struggled to get consistent results no matter who their coach is. It took no time for New York City FC and the New York Red Bulls to develop a rivalry once the former was announced as an MLS expansion side in May of 2013. Fans league-wide were excited to see these two teams go head-to-head, but quickly learned there was no competition on the pitch. Under Kreis, the Red Bulls breezed past their new rivals, beating them in all three 2015 Hudson River derbies. Once Kreis got the boot and Patri Vieira took charge, fans thought City would provide a much bigger threat to their counterparts. Oh, how they were wrong. In Vieira's first Hudson River derby, the Red Bulls made Yankee Stadium their own, putting 7 unanswered goals past the Pigeons. Since that miserable day, New York City FC have found some success against their rivals across the river, but it has been very limited. Out of the 11 games played between the sides, just 3 have gone City's way. Just this Saturday we saw New York City FC's pattern of folding in these games continue. Despite their strong start to the 2018 season and sitting on top of the league standings, NYCFC looked nothing like themselves once they entered Red Bull Arena. The squad stood shook and lifeless after the hosts jumped to a 2-goal lead in just 4 minutes. Every attempt defensively went unsuccessful, as it seemed like they were waiting for the final whistle to put them out of their misery, but that of course came after 2 more goals. The playoffs. Of course, all credit goes to Patri Vieira and New York City FC for earning their spot in the playoffs for 2 consecutive seasons, but their performances in these matches bring on well-deserved criticism. More from MLS Multiplex. Their first ever playoff game took place in Toronto, and after a 2-0 loss, things weren't in the worst shape. City weren't out of it entirely, especially returning home for the second leg, but after 90 minutes passed at Yankee Stadium, it was evident that NYCFC weren't ready for big matches like these. 5 goals put the aggregate deficit to 7-0, a scoreline City fans were not unfamiliar with. Bowing out of the 2016 season in embarrassing fashion seemed to motivate the team, as they had a phenomenal 2017 campaign. Back in post-season soccer, however, none of that meant anything. Fans were thrilled to find out that they'd take on Columbus Crew in the 2017 Eastern Conference semifinals, avoiding the dangerous Atlanta United. After the 2 legs were complete, it was obvious that whoever they faced would breeze past New York City FC. At MapFresh Stadium, the Pigeons looked like amateurs, standing around while the hosts put 4 past them. And out of sorts, Alexander Collins didn't make this task any easier after he received a red card for elbowing Justin Merrim in the face. Although the second leg in the Bronx went much better for NYCFC, a 2-0 win wasn't enough to prevent them from crashing out at the semifinals. Despite having the best squad in their young history, it seems like New York City FC are still haunted by their ability to perform in important games. If City want to see their first piece of silverware, or get the best of their rivals across the Hudson, this problem should be the first to solve.